Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Good afternoon, Assalamu Alaikum, and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Nawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. Let's take a look at what we're discussing. First of all, the President of Pakistan, Mr. Asif Ali Zardari, has honored Arshad Nadeem, our national hero, with Hilal-e-Imtiaz in a ceremony that was held in Islamabad. It is absolutely fantastic news, and amongst many awards that Arshad has earned, this will always stand out. Hilal-e-Pakistan has now been conferred upon Arshad Nadeem for his heroics at winning Pakistan's first ever gold medal at the Paris Olympics 2024 in, of course, a record throw of 92.97 meters in the javelin throw competition. And it was a great ceremony, and I think this would be one of the most proudest moments for Arshad Nadeem, his family, and for his coach as well. So I think to Arshad Nadeem, to his family, especially to his coach Salman Iqbal Butt Saab, we send out congratulations and prayers, and I think this is a great moment. He should be honored as a national hero for generations to come, and I think the onus is now on us, how we take Arshad Nadeem and how we not only celebrate him, but we get those elements of knowledge sharing into implementation as well. That's going to be very, very important, whether it's changing the culture, changing the narrative, investment in various sports. All of these, I think, have been a hallmark just because of Arshad Nadeem. So once again, congratulations. And this was, of course, a ceremony held at the President House in Islamabad, where the President of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, Mr. Asif Ali Zardari, conferred Hilal-e-Imtiaz upon Arshad Nadeem. So once again, congratulations to him from our side of Sports Extra and PTV World in general. Then we move on, and we, of course, discuss cricket in detail as well. And we give you the latest updates. Pakistan has announced they are playing 12 for the second test match that takes place between them and Bangladesh. Must-win game now. Shaheen Shah Afridi has been given a rest, and it's surprising. Mir Hamza and Abrar have now come into the side. So what will be the playing 11? I think my personal analysis is that probably one fast bowler is going to go to rest. Most probably, I think Mohammad Ali is not going to be playing, and we might see Mir Hamza coming in place of Shaheen and Abrar coming in place of one fast bowler. Like I said, it's my personal analysis, but any change can happen. Regardless of that, I think the playing 11 categorically remains the same. Kamran Ghulam, Huraira have once again not been given an opportunity. But I think I just would like to ask my guest this question that, now we've taken a decision to include Abrar. Why do we always take these decisions when, there's no crying over spilled milk, I understand, but when those shadows have passed, so why not take it before? I fail to understand why now they immediately decide that yes, we need Abrar in there as well. That should have been decided before the test match, when the entire Pakistani nation can make an analysis, that think tank can make a better analysis. So I think that is very, very surprising that we discuss things in detail as well. And of course, like I said, that it's important to analyze the strategy with which they're going to go. This becomes a very important test match for Shan Masood, Babar Azam, Abdullah Shafiq. It is, I think, critical now that we see performances. So we talk about that. Then we talk about the 3-match series, Shaheen's and Bangladesh A. Second match abandoned due to range. Shaheen had beaten Bangladesh A by 8 wickets in their first match. They, of course, lead the series by 1-0. The third match is now going to be played on the 30th. So we'll talk about that as well. Then we talk about the domestic cricket season. PCB has confirmed the schedule of the Champions One Day Cup. Tournament starts from 12th till the 29th of September in Faisalabad, which is a very, very great sign to see. I think cricket returning to Faisalabad Cricket Stadium, the history of that stadium, we all know that as well. And I think only through these tournaments we can revive various venues now across Pakistan. So it's a great omen that we'll see this tournament happening in Faisalabad. And of course, for the cricketing fans of Faisalabad as well, they've got a chance to fill the stadium and give an outlook that why Faisalabad needs to once again come back to the number of venues in PCB's international calendar. Then we talk about the first Balochistan DHA Quetta Cricket League, the tournament featuring 36 teams. Over 550 players are going to participate in the league. It has been designed to promote sportsmanship and the culture of sports and give talent of Balochistan a platform indigenously there as well. So I think it's a great sign that all the talent of Balochistan has got 550 players have got an opportunity to participate in this league, and it's going to be absolutely superb. So we talk about that as well. Then we talk about various retirements that have been happening in international cricket. Shannon Gabriel has first of all announced his retirement from international cricket, playing 59 test matches, 25 ODIs and 2 T20s, making his debut against England in the year 2012. He took 166 wickets in test matches and of course made his ODI debut in 2016 against Australia, picking up 33 wickets as well. It's been a decent career for West Indies, and whenever a cricketer says farewell to the game, all of us need to send out congratulations. So I think congratulations to Shannon Gabriel. He's been a great servant for West Indies cricket, and I think that it's been a great career that he'll look back and of course think that he's made a mark in the world of cricket as well. So congratulations to him. Apart from that, England's David Malan has also announced retirement from international cricket. Of course, he played 22 test matches, 30 ODIs and 62 T20 internationals to his name, making centuries in all 3 international formats, scoring 6 centuries in one-day international cricket as well. He's really been an exciting player, not just for England but for the world to watch as well, and I think it's been a superb career for him as well, and congratulations to him and his family on a stellar career that comes to an end. And then of course we talk about the Paris Olympics 2024, where the opening ceremony has taken place in spectacular fashion at the Champs-Élysées. Haider Ali has represented Pakistan bearing the national flag. He's set to compete in the discus throw on the 6th of September, and that's where all eyes are on him, and we are very, very hopeful, inshallah, that Pakistan is going to win a gold medal. Even on our show, Haider highlighted that he's ready to repeat the heroics of the Beijing Olympics and win a gold medal. The one he won at Tokyo, let me correct myself as well, that was superb. So we talk about spectacular performance from him as well. So he's very, very optimistic of a medal. So we'll talk about all of that on the show in detail. Time now to introduce the guests. First of all, joining us in studios is international cricket commentator, broadcaster, presenter, and our sports expert, Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum assalam, Ahmed. I'm perfect, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. We've also been joined by sports expert, Mr. Malik Usman Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
Walaikum assalam, I'm doing well.
Thank you very much for joining us as well. So we know we take things categorically, and I think I just want to, Asif, first of all, talk a bit about Arshad Nadeem. I think, of course, he's been honoured by Hilal-e-Imtiaz, by the Honourable President. It's a great moment for him, his family, his coach. But like I said, that the onus is now on the Pakistani nation, the media, the various organisations. How we take that knowledge forward now?
Well, of course, we appreciate these efforts from Government of Pakistan, especially President of Pakistan, Asif Ali Zardari, the way he has celebrated the victory of Arshad Nadeem, and then, of course, Hilal-e-Imtiaz. It's been so good for the youngsters, that when they're getting these kind of news that the hero of Pakistan, who has performed so well and broken the world record, and now he has been awarded with so many things, and everyone, the government, all of the governments, the chief ministers, they're calling him and just appreciating his effort. Why? Just because of the green flag. That's so important, that when you are holding this green flag in the Olympics and when you're winning the gold medal, first time in the history of the Olympics, of course that you deserve. Congratulations to Nadeem and his family in Pakistan.
Absolutely. Usman, of course the sequence of awards and celebrations continues, and now this is of course Hilal-e-Imtiaz, a national award that has been conferred upon him as well. The fact is that throughout the past month he must be enjoying that stardom right now, but I think it's very important that we are recognizing not only him but the particular importance we need to give to other sports at the same time as well. That culture has really changed because of Arshad.
We have to see that going forward. We just cannot say that at the moment. What he has achieved is probably the greatest milestone in Pakistan sporting history. Winning an Olympic gold medal, that too with an Olympic record, nobody expected. We don't have such infrastructure to develop athletes in such manner who can go on to win a medal in Olympics. Forget about breaking an Olympic record and winning an Olympic gold medal. But once he has won this and he has got all the facilitations and the prize money and everything, and he's being the superhero for the past 1 month, is actually very exciting, and it can give some goosebumps to some of the athletes as well, that if they are going to perform well, they are going to get a similar reward. But that is what we have to see now. We need investors coming in and supporting our sports boards and the players as well. The government has to be far more proactive in this regard. They are a bit fragile. Apart from cricket, we don't have so much investment in various sports. Talking about Arshad Nadeem as well, when he won the Olympic gold medal, there was a lot of ownership from various sectors of the country, but a couple of months back he was struggling to find a javelin. So that is what the problem lies for the athletes. It's not just about the hard work, it is also about the hard work, the infrastructure, the facilitation. that needs to go with the performances so that the Pakistan can be a much more exciting prospect in the future Olympics, not just Olympics, in the various games like squash, like hockey, cricket has been going down. They can take some inspiration from Arshad Nadeem as well. So there are a couple of sports which Pakistan are there or thereabouts at the top of their game. If they do well, they can win medals or at least finish on podiums, if not win the competition entirely. But for that matter, they have to have some inspiration, and that can come from some investments and from good infrastructure and government backing as well.
Absolutely, and I think that's the way forward as well. So once again, congratulations to Arshad on being conferred with Hilal-e-Imtiaz in this investiture ceremony held at the President House by the Honourable President Mr. Asif Ali Zardari. Now we move on and we discuss cricket in detail. Pakistan is all set to face Bangladesh in the second test match. They've announced a playing 12. Shaheen Shah Afridi has been given a rest. Mir Hamza and Abrar have been added to the side. Asif, what would you like to add?
Well, first of all, I think your friend Jason Gillespie is under pressure, of course, that he will have to face several challenges. Babar Azam is out of form. Shan Masood is not performing well. Fast bowlers didn't bowl well. Fielders, they didn't put their effort. So I think lots of pressure on Pakistan because they would have to save the series and they would have to win this match at any cost. But you know that the news coming from the perspective of weather, I mean, it's not good news. For the first day, you will we're expecting the cloudy weather, and then of course that if it won't be happening on the first day, the game won't be happening on the first day, then of course Pakistan will be in trouble for the rest of the 4 days. When we talk about the Jason Gillespie's presser, I think he has emphasized one thing, that Shaheen Shah Afridi didn't bowl well. He said that I don't want to talk about because recently he got a very good news in regards with his family, and he went to meet his son, and after that coming back and rejoined the Pakistan squad. But when he has announced the 12-member squad, we don't see Shaheen Shah Afridi. What does it mean? That of course he won't be playing the second test, and this is what I said earlier, that Shan Masood, he is not happy with Shaheen Shah Afridi's performance, but the entire nation is asking, Shan, what you are doing? You haven't done anything special so far in the last 10 test matches. Now talk about the either Abrar or another fast bowler. Of course that he said that I will see the scenario, we'll see the conditions tomorrow early in the morning, and then definitely we'll decide either we're going with 1 spinner and 3 pacers, or we're going with the same. Because you know that we were hearing that Amir Jamal has been once again joined the squad, but he's not there in 12 members squad which has been announced the Pakistan Cricket Board. Now, I would like to ask one thing, and that is Salman Ali Agha's performance. Of course, he has bowled 30 overs, didn't take wicket. What was wrong there, where the other spinners like Shakib Ul Hasan and Mehdi Siraj, they were bowling so well because they were the specialist spinner. Once again, Agha Salman would have to clarify, either he is a batting all-rounder or bowling all-rounder, because when you don't perform in both of the departments, then definitely we will raise questions.
I think you're both according to the team requirements. So the team needs to categorically tell what they require as well. But Usman, when you see this playing 12 now, of course 2 changes, particularly Mir Hamza and Abrar are coming back. The fact is that why do we always end up making these changes when you know the water has passed? Why not do it when, I mean, entire cricketing fraternity was saying that you need to play Abrar on this kind of track?
Because they read the pitch rightly, but the pitch did not perform as they had expected it. That was the only reason. And what else we can say? There were a lot of confusion going on there. I think they want to play the Australian way, but they have even forgotten how Pakistan used to play. So there is a lack of identity. They just don't know how they are going to take this forward. Shan Masood wants to be ultra aggressive, but he's not performing himself. Scoring 20-25 brisk runs doesn't do any wonders for your team in a test match. It can do well in a T20 game. And the bowlers, as Asif Bhai was also talking about, I completely agree. All the blame should not be put on the captain itself. I'm always a fan of someone who just does not always blame the captain. Your team is lacking in confidence, your team is lacking in performance, your team is lacking in their self-belief, I would say. There is a fear of failure. If I have to pick one thing, it is fear of failure. See, one thing that this Pakistan team did actually right was, I think, is going with the 4-pace attack. But they chose this 4-pace attack on a wrong pitch. everybody knows this. There is no hidden secret that Bangladesh struggles on against the faster bowlers rather than spinners. So in that regard, they picked 4 fast bowlers, but the pitch did not support them. So how were you going to go with the 4 fast bowlers? And then a speed of 130, 135 is not going to do any wonders for you as a bowling side. You need it to be 145, 150. You need to have that element of surprise, that bouncer with a quick bouncer. But with this speed, you cannot disturb this good quality Bangladeshi batsmen, and they are good on Asian pitches. We all know that. And this is already a placid wicket, we all know. And talking about the second test, even if you have Shane Warne now, I think it is going to end in a draw, because even in the first test, it was only one team that wanted to win. Bangladesh wanted a draw after they had conceded 450 odd runs. Even in the second test, they are smart enough to see that they are leading the series 1-0. So a draw would suffice for them, and I think Pakistan have made these changes too little too late.
Yes, Asif, you want to add something?
Usman bhai, actually I have heard the presser of Shantu, and he clearly said that day one we have decided one thing, that we will go for the win. And we have taken chances where Pakistani batters and the bowlers, they were making mistakes. You talked about the Pakistani bowlers, I appreciate. See, they have taken 16 wickets. Where we were wrong actually, why Pakistani batters didn't perform well, why they've chosen wrong shot selection. Talk about Abdullah Shafiq, the way he got out, and let's talk about Babar Azam playing away from the body. This is not his class, to be honest. Shan Masood, same. So I think that the batters, they made mistakes and they've taken the advantage.
Absolutely,
That is true.
yes.
That is true.
So Usman, you agree with that?
Yeah, I
rhetoric as well?
completely agree with that. As far as bowling performance is concerned, we actually should have had the upper hand, but I think Bangladesh were smart enough. They were smarter than Pakistan.
And I mean, we always talk about how matters in, instability in the cricket board affects players. I mean, for Bangladesh, everything was wrong according to their statistics.
Actually,
as
that
well.
can work in your favor sometimes.
Well,
See,
much needed.
I can give you an example. Look at the 2009 T20 World Cup. When nobody wanted to come to Pakistan, and you know how the conditions were, Pakistan went on to win the T20 World Cup. Sometimes when you have your backs to the wall, there is only one way going, and that is going forward.
We've
So for that-
we've had our back to the wall since quite some time now, and we've been hoping for a turnaround, but
Yeah.
something is stuck on our side. But let's just quickly take a look at the report for Pakistan's second test match, and then we continue.
First test of the 2-match series between Pakistan and Bangladesh concluded with Bangladesh securing a 10-wicket victory in Rawalpindi. Following the shambolic defeat, Pakistan is keen to make a strong comeback on their home ground in Pakistan vs Bangladesh second test. After losing first match, Pakistan received major boosts as 3 players joined squad ahead of second test. The second test match will also be held at the same venue in Rawalpindi and scheduled to take place on August 30. The second and final test match between Pakistan and Bangladesh is expected to be a fiery contest. The first test of
There you have it, all you need to know. Details of this second test match in this report by Malaika. Now, Asif, I'm going to be very particular in what I mean. And, since the past many years now, the rhetoric for Pakistan is that, and we've only made those changes in the opening department. I can start with Abid Ali, Imran Butt, Imamul Haq, or
Imran
leading to Abdullah Shafiq, Saim Ayub, Shan Masood at one point wanted to open the innings. That's what we've done categorically. When it comes to the middle order, it's the same thing, that what used to happen in the 2000s, that because of Inzi Bhai, Yunus and Misbah came on late, obviously Yusuf was also there. There was no place in the middle order, and good players like Shahid Yusuf, Asim Kamal never got an opportunity to play in those shoes. The same thing right now is happening. Why is it that, from both ends, the cricket board and the players, we're not ready to give a rest to our so-called superstars and make way for a guy like Kamran Ghulam, because he can only play in the middle, or he should play in the middle order. I mean, mammoth amount of runs in the Quaid-e-Azam trophy. It leaves a very bad rhetoric. I mean, why are we not doing all around the world? I can take an example of India, where at one point Kohli went on to rest. Majority series, India does not send their main players. England, Australia do the same as well. They prioritize that, you can give a rest if you want to try youngsters or somebody new. But for our part of the world, there is insecurity from both ends. Nobody wants to give a rest or take a rest.
Your comments would leave a bad taste for the fans of so-called superheroes, and see Facebook if you're getting feedback or not, first of all. Secondly, I think I strongly agree with you, and you'd have to admit that you do not have class like in Zamamul Haq, you do not have class like Yusuf and Yunus. and Misbah ul Haq, of course, later on. They were definitely superheroes for Pakistan. But when you're winning matches, when you are struggling hard for Pakistan, definitely you'll get respect. Talk about so-called heroes and talk so-called superstars. Let me take their names. Babar Azam, if he's batting in the middle order, of course in red ball, he would have to show his class. If you're making in 2 innings, if you're making I think 28 runs with the average of 14, nobody will call you hero. Same with Shan Masood, number 3. Then of course I don't want to talk about Rizwan because people, they don't like that I'm criticizing. Of course he played really well. His knock was amazing, but you didn't win that match, so your century won't be considered in a good way for me. And now Salman Ali Agha out of the form, and Abdullah Shafiq, everyone I have talked earlier. Babar and Shan Masood. Now this is an alarming situation for both of them, because Shan Masood from last 10 matches not made any century. One thing, Babar Azam struggling since the match of USA T20 World Cup. His form is not in that scenario or in that class, which definitely he known for of course, when we talk about his extra cover drives, he got out in the second innings in the same way. So I think the batters who are doing batting in the middle order, they're not taking responsibility. The responsibility is really important. When you see that your team is in trouble, when you see that 50 for 4, 50 for 5, if you're playing loose shot, if you're playing rash shot like Abdullah Shafiq, if I was the manager, if I was the coach, I should have told him that thank you very much, Abdullah, you are no more here for the next 10 matches. Why are you not taking these kind of steps when you are sitting, when you have good bench strength like Huraira and Kamran Ghulam? So when will you give them chance against England? Once again, the question is that the superstars, the so-called heroes, if they're not performing well, and if you're giving them chances again and again, of course, then it's injustice with the young blood.
Yes, Usman. I mean, this rhetoric of, our main players not going for a rest. I mean, insecurity obviously prevails from both ends. The players would think that they'd be discarded. The board doesn't want to do it due to certain sort of pressures as well. So it's, it comes from both ways.
See, the problem is that who actually doesn't want to rest? Are the senior players the culprits here, or the management is the culprit here, or the captain is the culprit here?
Both.
I think it's everybody, even the captain, the management, the senior players. Just for the sake of discussion, I'll put one point before you. Losing 3-0 series in Australia, you're coming to Pakistan with Bangladesh waiting in the wings, and you're resting your key players. And if you had lost the series, who would have been held responsible? It would have been the management and the captain, certainly. So they wanted to go with the full strength, so they would give themselves the best chance of winning a series in Pakistan. Pakistan, mind you, needs a victory desperately. They are under the cosh for some time now, so for the past 1.5 years. In T20, in one day, and now in test matches. So any kind of victory would suffice for them. They need a win very, very badly. And for that matter, they went with the full strength. That is fine. For me, it was absolutely fine. And having 7 of the 9 test matches of the World Test Championship at home, I think Pakistan had a golden chance of going into the final of World Test Championship. You could have raised another sense of emotions among your fans. But it just seems that you just don't have the quality, you don't have the grit, you just don't have the willingness.
Absolutely.
And we just don't know
I think it comes from both ends categorically, that you really need to develop that culture of communication, and clarity is very important from both ends. But that being said, there have been a lot of retirements in international cricket. One particular one has been from England. Let's take a look at this report.
Start to his international career.
Great shot.
Clever batting from Malan. Has he got the distance? I think he has. My goodness me, certainly.
David Malan, England's former #1 ranked T20 international batter, has announced his retirement from international cricket at the age of 37. Malan, who played 22 tests, scored 1,074 runs.
Four more. That's a bit of length if you're playing it. The full leg. Get on the front foot and drive with confidence. Top edge. And it's 6. That's what can happen, and that's not a bad way to go if you're committed to that stroke.
Only 62.
Brilliant shot. Mitch Marsh looking for some swing, possible reverse swing, but gets hammered for 4.
30 one-day internationals made 1,450 runs and 62 T20 internationals scored 1,892 runs.
Oh, wow. So good from Dawid Malan. I think it's just one bounce for. Oh, he's nailed that. That has gone a long way.
Put away, nice style.
This cause problem. Short and hooked away. Oh, that's gone for 6. The first one goes out of the park. The first one has gone.
Is one of the only 2 England men's batters alongside Jos Buttler to have made centuries in all 3 international formats. In September 2020, he reached the top of the ICC batting rankings for T20 international cricket, and the following March, he became the fastest men's player to reach 1,000 runs in the format from just 24 innings. However, he had not featured in an England squad since the 50-over World Cup in India last year, and confirmed his decision after his omission from the forthcoming White Ball Series against Australia.
And a wicket. Nicely driven. Great response from Malan. He's such a stylish player.
Beautiful
Into the
finish.
10th.
10 gone, 3 for 47.
There you have it. Sabah tells us about the stellar career of Dawid Malan, and now we move on and give you a look at Balochistan's biggest ever sports festival that is going to be held. Let's take a look.
First, Balochistan THA Quetta Cricket League marks a significant milestone in the province sports history, bringing together 36 teams from every district to compete in an extensive and highly competitive cricket tournament. The event is not just about the game, it's a celebration of Balochistan's rich cultural heritage and a showcase of its emerging cricket talent. Over 550 players will take the field, making this one of the largest cricket events in the region. The league is structured into 4 groups, with each team set to play 8 matches, ensuring a comprehensive and exciting series of 151 matches. These matches include 144 round matches, followed by 4 quarterfinals, 2 semi-finals, and culminating in a grand final. The league aims to foster a sense of unity and pride among the communities of Balochistan, promoting sportsmanship and providing a platform for local talent to shine on a larger stage. This event is expected to leave a lasting impact on the sporting landscape of Balochistan, setting the stage for future tournaments and further development of cricket in the region.